Quiet Place 2 is excellent. If you liked Quiet Place 1, Quiet
Yeah.
Place 2 does not disappoint.
Cool.
Hello, hello. We are live. This is not Memorex.
Hey,
What's that?
As with me, as always, is Micah and Reno.
what be up? What be up?
So I heard another streamer talk about this. So I'm going to do the same. Think about scrambles. Think about Jackson. Think about what they were doing when they were young, a young buck for scrambles, or young bull, I should say, and a young Jackson just starting to get his horns. What would you say was their favorite one of their favorite foods? Either a comfort food or something that they looked forward to eating, um, something that was special to them. And if you can't think of anything else for your character, then what about you?
I don't know. Growing up as a kid, I don't know. Well, my favorite was the chips and dip that mom used to make. I still make that. Of course, I've updated it, but
And for the fans at home, what is that?
it is a French onion dip made with a cream cheese base instead of sour cream. It's cream cheese and garlic and onion powder and some milk, and it is delicious.
And what kind of tips do you use?
Of course, I use tortilla chips. Although technically, the Lay's potato chip type of ruffle things is what is like when you really want to be bad, you use those. Tastes delicious, but it's like the grease factor is amazing. But the tortilla chips are wonderful.
All right. What about you, Micah?
So I imagine
Scrambles.
scrambles as a young warthog. LOL. As a young bull here. Um, I mean, he lived in a pretty heavily populated area, had access to most food. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that he was probably a fan of like a sweet slash sour combo. So I would say like
Ice cream and
lemon cookies. You know those little like lemon flavored
ice
cookies.
cream and French fries. Ice
Oh,
cream and French fries. That's sweet and sour.
yeah, sweet and savory. I'll
Salty.
give it to you. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go with those little lemon cookies, the little lemon tart ones. I think those are probably his favorite. Any kind of little like white slash frostingy lemon zesty style cookie or orange zest style cookie would probably be his favorite snack or treat that he doesn't get very often, just because most people don't make them. They're
Nice.
kind of a fancy delicacy treat that most people don't have time to care about.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the stream real quick while you guys are talking. Let's do a little bit character introduction. A lot of the other games I play in, they do this every single week, and I think it's a bit of an overkill. Um, but it's been a while, and it's also been a while since we played. Um, so let's go with a little bit of a strange order. Start with Trix. Tell us a little bit about Trix.
So Trix is our new companion. Well, I wouldn't say new, but he's newer to the party. He is a cranium rat. They're the size of like a small, medium-sized dog, a little bigger than a Jack Russell, a little smaller than a Labrador. They have an exposed brain on top of their head that is protected by some kind of like purple energy that keeps mildew and rot and debris from falling into it. Labrador, but he speaks telepathically to anyone who he wants to, at least, and he is super helpful. He has been with us for quite some time. He likes to eat things that we don't like to eat. Anything rotten, stale, bad, he'll eat it for us. He eats fresh fruit, of course, but anything we have left in our bags for too long or something grown in our shoes, he'll eat all that kind of stuff. And mostly he does psychic damage. He attacks people with their mind, and he helps us pick locks and navigate through small traps and things we can't get through. So Trix is awesome. He's my sidekick specifically, but he's definitely our group's friend.
All right, so at the top of your main page there's a little INSP circle. Go ahead and click that. Give yourself inspiration
Oh, nice.
and a little bit of Jackson.
Right.
So give
Uh,
us some Jackson love here.
Jackson. Yeah, Jackson is a large barbarian halfling. Is that correct? Tiefling.
Tiefling.
Tiefling. Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. With a mysterious childhood, but he was became an apprentice as a blacksmith to a high quality or high level dwarf. So he has some serious skills in the middle and fire realm. But so growing up when he was a teenager, he started realizing he had a little bit of a weird uh, powers that he was starting to awaken in him. And so they're starting to flourish now as he's coming into his adulthood. He's fairly large. He likes his long sword and whatever the hell it's called, shield, but he also likes his great axe, and he carries javelins as well. He's getting pretty good at both at poking things and throwing sticks at long distances. He also has, like I said, his magic awareness is kind of coming back a little bit, and he's during battles. Sometimes some freaky things happen. Sometimes that are good for the party, and sometimes they're not so good.
All right, well, I would say that most of his abilities, none of them are really negative. It's not like a wild magic surge from a sorcerer. Just some of them are more
Right, right.
helpful than others given a situation.
Yes.
And you can't really
More helpful.
pick and choose. So,
More helpful and less helpful. That's it.
right.
Yep.
And he really hates pixies and flumps because every
Yeah.
time they show up around him, they explode. All right, so let's go to a little bit of scrambles.
So Scrambles, aka Scrambles the Death Dealer, is, as everyone can see, the most handsome one in our group. He's a deep thinker and a philosophizer, all that good stuff. He
You're so
uh
full of shit. He
he
hasn't done any of those qualities.
smells fantastic 99% of the time. Smells great like a breeze wafting off of the ocean. Um, if he had a fragrance, it would be sandalwood. It's very distinguished. He's kind of like the Dos Equis guy. He's a man of many talents and soft-spoken, quick to ration and slow to anger. Yeah, he's all of those things. He's also big, very
It's
tall.
it's quick to be rash. That
Yeah,
sums it up.
yeah. He might also have a
So
rash somewhere.
rational,
He
exactly.
probably has a few rashes he doesn't know about. It's not that bad. What doesn't hurt him only makes him stronger. Um, he has horns that are just slightly larger than Jackson's, of course, and he's a little bit taller. But yeah, I mean, they've been together kicking butt, taking names for quite some time. And Scrambles grew up in a cult, the Rakdos cult. He's freshly out of that and just trying to make his way on his own little path.
Awesome. And both of you can go ahead and give yourselves inspiration.
Woot woot.
And where was that again?
It's on the main page up in the top right hand corner under the word INSP for inspiration.
Just press it.
There's a little button under it, a little circle you click. Should put a check mark in it.
Okay.
Yep.
What?
All right. And so that brings us last to Cree. So tell us a little bit about Cree,
Cree grew up with me actually. He worked in the smithy with me. He's kind of keeps to himself though, pretty quiet. He knows he has a vicious swipe with claws and whatnot, very lizard like, and he's very much into the arcane magic type of stuff. I'm not really that familiar with it myself because I was so busy all the time doing my own thing. But yeah, he's a very cool dude, very powerful. Uh, like I said, keeps to himself, but he's a good dude.
Cree heals us a bunch. He saves our butt when we need a medic 99% of the
That's
time.
right. Cat, you gotta stop. Go, go.
All right, and so do either of you? I know I've asked you this before, but do either of you have Twitter accounts?
Negative.
Yes, I do.
Because I am thinking that is my next step in my moving toward being successful, and it's getting a Twitter account so I can tweet prior to streams and stuff. And soon the whole world will know when D&D in the Svenzone is happening.
That's right.
Do you have an Instagram?
But I do not have Instagram or
Instagram's way easier.
any of that stuff. The only thing I have is Facebook, which I rarely use. I have used a couple times to advertise this and my Sven solo stream. That's pretty much it. But anyway, I will. I'm considering those things. So when last we met, you guys had cleaned out this mansion in the middle of the forest. Uh, Putting all the pieces together, you realize, hey, these orcs that were here are the same orcs that you had heard rumored to exist from the hunting lodge. And so he had mentioned, hey, if you ever are in the area and want something to do, come back and I'll tell you about these orcs. Um, so you're now getting ready to leave uh, as you guys warily walk out and see these boars that were there. Um, they're still there in the pumpkin patches and they're still gazing at you in suspicion, but they let you pass without incident as long as you don't harass them. They will not harass you. So the question is, let me zoom in a little bit and then share the map. The map, the map. We're going to the map. So you guys are north of Cornerberry. You can see from the little green pins that you got Falcon's Hunting Lodge. You guys are at the Woodland Manse, which isn't showing up for me.
The pins are there, but there's no non-Clement shore with it.
That's weird. The Falcon's Hunting Lodge is the only one that has a
Yeah.
storyline linked to it. Weird. All right, I gotta put it in my journal, in my handy dandy notebook to fix. Anyway, so the where you are is the P for party, and
Bueno.
down below you've got Countyberry. To the east of that is the Butterskull Ranch. South of that is that shrine you cleared out. And then if you zoom out just a bit, you'll see Phandalin way to the southwest. So you know you want to go. You had left when you had left the Butterskull Ranch. Your goal was to go back to Phandalin.
Right.
One, to let them know what's going on at the ranch, and two, to let them know to find this woman who makes healing potions. You
We have
then went
not
to the
gotten there yet.
shrine. Then you found the pig. Took the pig back to the ranch. Then you went back into Connieberry, and I got brought up here to this woodland manse. So, at this point, do you want to go to the Falcon's Hood Lodge, Falcon's Hunting Lodge? Just think maybe get the reward if he's offering a reward or something, or do you want to head back to Phandalin like you had originally intended to do?
I don't know. What do you think? What do
I
you
think we
think?
should stop by the lodge at least, see if there's a reward for it. I think we cut one of their heads off to take as like proof that we had
Right.
cleared them out or something.
All right.
Also, we can let them know about that stupid well that has the crazy crap grown in it while we're there. Okay,
Right.
this is where they were staying. Just a heads up. There's that crazy, crazy
Right.
evil vine thing in there. You may want to check that out.
Right.
See if we can get a reward. If not, it's not too far off the beaten path from where we're going anyway. So
Really, it's the opposite way. Which way we're gonna go? Literally the opposite way.
well, it's just a little north. I don't know. It's a little north.
I'm
Yeah.
not disagreeing. I'm just saying that it is not in the same direction we were supposed to go.
No. It is a little north of where we're going. You're right. But
Does that say 10
it's not
miles?
that far.
Oh, 10 miles. That's fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Let's go.
Yes. So from center hex to center hex is 5 miles. So you're looking at about 15 from where you are to the lodge. Through the forest.
Right.
That's not too terrible.
Right
If
now
you
it
want,
is 5:30 in the morning.
Oh wow. Yeah, we got a whole day ahead of us.
if you want to get exciting, I mean, do something exciting. We can go up to back up to that colony of wherever they were, the loggers, and then
Yeah.
head down the river to Neverwinter, do a little logging trip,
Sure.
and head all the way down the high road back to Fandolin.
Whatever
That's
floats your boat.
that's
I'm
that's a
fine.
little out of the way though.
It is, but it's not terribly out of the way.
You
All
guys
right,
could head to Neverwinter if you wanted. Never been. Go back to the Neverwinter. Check
that's
in
what I
the
just said.
blacksmith.
That's what I just said.
You can travel north to Baldur's Gate. The world is yours to do with as you will,
Neverwinter Woods.
providing you survive. Of course,
Yes,
the dragon has been terrorizing this area.
yes. We know what mountain range it's in. We're thinking it's the Ice Peaks, right?
Ice Pirate's Peak. Yeah.
Ice Peak. Yeah.
According to the vision that Scrambles had, yes, it's to the south, right next to the K in Icespire Peak.
Ah, okay. The Sword Mountains and the Crypt Garden Forest. Crypt Garden. All right, so we're gonna head out. So our party consists of us four, and we have no more oxen or pigs in tow, correct? Or are we still?
Correct.
So it's just the four of us. All right. All right, let's head
Let's
on through the woods.
head
It's
there.
this is the lodge isn't that far off from where that camp was that we got the massive sand tarantulas and stuff like that. Whenever they
That's
were
correct. I don't think so.
the low tide.
The loggers' camp was about 15 miles along the river,
Right.
up to the north, beyond the branch,
Right. Right in that area right there.
about there. It was in that hex.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, you guys get to there. Give me a moment.
So if it's 10 miles through wooded area, is it densely wooded? Or how long would it take us to get there? Couple hours, couple few hours. Doing things
All right, so
strenuous.
your travel time is normally about 4 miles an hour through this. If you're going through using the road, it's faster. Going through the forest, it's slower.
Right.
There are also 3 different modes of travel. There
Okay.
is normal mode. There is fast travel where you have disadvantage on perception checks if you're if you're running into any kind of traps or monsters or things that happen,
Right.
but you travel faster.
Sure.
And there's slow where you can cover your tracks, you can move stealthily, and you have advantage on perception checks. But again, you're moving slower. So um, all
I'm
along, you
assuming.
guys have been traveling at normal speed. Here it is. And nope, that's not it. So you guys have been going through the forest. You're traveling about 3 miles an hour. But let's do a survival check. We'll push the roll to you guys so you can see just how well you're doing. Who is doing the survival and who is helping?
Give
Is
me a
anybody
second.
trained in survival? I forget.
I am. I have a +3.
Survival is. Let me see. No, I just have a +2. I'm not trained.
I am proficient in it, and I have a +3.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So here's advantage. Survival roll.
Nice. That 16's good. So 16 and 3.
All right, so you have a 19. You dropped a 7. Very good.
Yeah.
So you guys are able to get here. So let me pull up my calendar. This is not the calendar. This is something else. Here we try. Here we go. Today is the 23rd of Uktar.
Ooh.
All right, so nothing happens in the first part of your day.
That's good.
Cool.
And we'll do one more roll. There you go.
17. Heck yeah.
Nice.
30-20. I'll take it.
All right, so you rolled fairly well. Takes you about 5 hours to get there. And you, as far as you can tell, you seem to made pretty good time. Didn't wander off very far. You hit the river, and as soon as you come out and look around up and down the river, you see just a little bit of ways, about a quarter mile to the north, is the hunting lodge. So you did really well. So it is 10:30 when you arrive at the lodge.
Get an early lunch or something.
Yeah. Mimosas.
Oh. Get all tired and sleepy.
There's a really fancy hotel in town called the Davenport, and
Yeah.
they do endless mimosas. Me and my buddy decided that we were going to go there and try and see how truly endless this endless mimosas were one time.
Right.
But they have like a dress code, and you have to like set a reservation and everything. So like we're in like not full blown suits, but like slacks and blazers
Right.
and like pull like buttons up
Right.
on the bus because we're gonna get trashed for these mimosas. I think together we had like 35 or something crazy like that. It was
Wow.
insane. It was a ton of mimosas. It was completely crazy.
Champagne just makes me so tired, man. It's like I
Oh yeah,
fall
and it's
asleep immediately.
it's an amazing like buffet thing that they have there. So like you go in, they have like crazy like shrimp as big as your hand kind of thing, like prawns almost. It's insane. There's like all sorts of crazy food, and you're just stuffed and getting crazy drunk from all this champagne and stuff. It was nuts. We're on the bus. It's so funny. Good times. Okay. Oh yeah, that's the guy who runs the place.
Yes.
Is his name Falcon?
Yes.
Yeah. That's why it's
Okay.
Falcon's hunting lodge.
All right, so you guys get there. He, uh, you're he was on a morning hunt, so you guys are given places to crash for a little while, places to clean up if you want, um, and then uh, are invited to stay. Here's the map again. Let me close this one down. Boom. Of the hunting lodge and the various buildings and such that are there. Uh, you guys were staying in the guest room, which is, ouch. So over to the left, these buildings here are, I'm going to change the dice color of, let's see, that's Cree, because it's a little hard to see arrows and such. But the buildings over to the left are the higher levels. They're not other buildings. So if you look at the shape of the hunting lodge, you can see the tower with the little circular stairway.
Right.
And then you can see over to the right, where I'm pointing,
Yeah.
is another stairway, and that's what that is. There we go. So this is the second floor of the same building.
Yep.
And then this is the second floor of that building, the stables. You can see the stairway that I'm pointing to goes up, leads up to there. And I think this, is the basement. What is this?
The building that you're
The
pointing.
gatehouse. So this one,
The gatehouse to what though?
this is the gate house over, which is over here, second floor of that one.
Oh, these are side maps. Okay, that's why I was so confused. Like, what the hell is all this shit?
And then this one is the third floor of this and this.
Cool.
Oh, my arrows aren't catching up to me. Anyway, so hopefully you can
On the top.
saw what I was talking about.
So first floor, and then second floor, and then third floor, the last one.
Correct.
Okay.
So you guys are on the second floor again. There's that.
Second floor.
This one right here.
Right.
Is the guest bedroom.
Okay.
Looks like it has 2 windows.
A little easier to see. So you have a guest
windows.
bedroom. You guys stayed in there before. You know that Falcon's bedroom is here. Is at the end. So you can smell the food cooking as they get ready for the midday meal. As you guys are cleaning up, anybody do anything special or unique before they head down?
I don't think so. Just a little bit of a splash of water on my face, from a little bit of dust off, all the pine needles out of my hair, and maybe prepare for some lunch coming up.
Are there like a decent amount of people in the hunting lodge, or is it just like 5 or 10 guys? Like
right now, there's less than that. There's a cook, a stable person, and a general maid who does the general cleaning. And that's pretty much it. He is out with 2 other hunters right now. So right now there's not a lot of people. Last time you guys were here, there was a party of 4 who were here, hunters. But they weren't. They were out when you guys were here, so that's why you had access to the guest room, and it just worked out well to where they left as you came in, you left as they came in, that type of thing.
Right.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm not doing anything crazy. Just gonna hang out, stretch around. I think I have armor on. I'm gonna take my armor off and clean it a little bit. Grab a rag. My inventory. I'm gonna take my armor off. I'm gonna wear my cloak of billowing around.
Okay, very nice.
I'm gonna stop places. It looks real cool.
Hopefully he'll put his Roman candle in his collar, sticking out the back.
Yeah.
And he shake his head every once in a while, and flaming collars will shoot out.
It's really loud.
How's it going with you?
Sure.
Eh, there you go. Glad to meet you. It's like doves.
Yeah.
All right, so he comes back. He shakes your hand. Welcome. Nice to see you guys again. and you see he's dirty. His boots are covered with caked mud. It's dried as he was riding and stuff. And you see that his got little brambles in his hair and things. It's clearly he's been going through some deep forest. He's got some blood splattered on him here and there. Um,
Where'd that come from? T4.
the From field
Well,
dressing the
yeah,
hunts and stuff.
okay, yeah, it's a
Don't
hunting
worry,
blood.
none of it's mine. At least not today. Um, but
Yep.
You should see the other guy.
exactly. And if you guys are here for the meal later tonight, you will see the other guy. But come, make yourselves home. I'm gonna go wash up a little bit and change, and we'll eat in about half a glass.
Sounds good. Let's
All
have a
right. Sounds
half
great.
a glass while we're waiting.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
So
so our intentions are then to be heading out. I'm assuming after we eat, correct? So you're feeling
Yeah.
on that? We're not gonna hang out and shoot the shit and be there for the evening and whatnot.
No. Just
Okay,
talk to him, see if there's a reward, and then take off.
okay, I like it.
all right. So you guys sit down and eat. The food it's not huge, but it's nice. Freshly cooked meat. Some well, they have halfway decent garden, but there's also berries and nuts and things that they find throughout the forest. And the, some of the things that they propagate within the local area here, they grow and certain trees that they make sure they watch and care for and things like that. And so it's a nice balanced meal, uh, and they have some decent ale as well, or water, and a little bit of wine, depending on what your taste might be.
Who's making these meals? Are there any women here at all?
There's a cook with her daughter, and there's a family that cleans. My family, there's a husband and a wife team that does most of the cleaning,
Right.
and there's also a stable guy. What the hell is that? All right, and so and they also eat with you. All of them except for the cook and her daughter eat with you um, at the same table. They're just sort of down at the other end, not really paying attention. They're doing their own thing. Um, they will any of you do talk to any of them, they respond just fine. And they're not like slaves
Anti
or being forced.
antisocial or anything. Right?
They're just letting you guys talk to Falcon. So what do you tell him?
We're
To
gonna.
Falcon or the people cooking our food?
Falcon. Now you guys are starting to eat. It's first 20
Uh,
minutes is over. You guys have taken your first inhalation of food. Now you're starting to slow down a little bit, talk while you eat.
We're on the first floor over here somewhere, or the second. The first floor is for the
Yep.
main stuff.
And
Yeah.
then
Okay.
this is the dining hall and dining and trophy hall.
Okay.
well, I'm gonna let him know. Hey, remember the last time we were here? We were talking about organizing kind of a orc party to go out, or excuse me, a gathering party to go out into the woods and find those orcs. We might have somewhat done that. We found a pretty big group of them all together in this abandoned manor just south of us here, and we cleared them out. We have a couple of heads from some of the dead orcs. I left them outside the gate because, or I left them outside of the building because I didn't think they were really appropriate to bring inside big old dead orc heads. But we got a head over there, head or two over there if you want to see them. Didn't want to track their dead blood all over the room, but
All right. So he asked you some questions about what was there and um, different things that you fought. He ask some more details about these plant things. And so as you're winding up, so you're saying you're following this woman who shape change into a boar, huh? Sounds like an anchorite to me.
Yeah, I think so. We ran into another one as well.
I think they have something to do with the circle of thunder over to the east. There have been some sightings of strange going on that way, but never really had any issues until they started to show up down at that woodland manse. So, and he calls the the cook's daughter over, says something to her. She comes back a couple minutes later with a sack. He says, "So I plan on giving you these, taking care of these anchorites." And he puts the sack on the table in front of you, Jackson.
Yeah.
And he says, "Just watch yourselves, because I don't think that anchorite was alone. Like I said, they may be out for vengeance, so take care of yourselves."
Definitely.
So does it seem like we're ahead of the story in terms of what we've accomplished so far, Scrambles, or are we? Do you think there's still more of these Acarite? Because we've got two of them, and they were definitely associated with the orcs. I'm just thinking out
Yeah.
loud here. So are we
Yeah,
ahead
no,
of it, or think he's still saying there's still more stuff we got to deal with?
I don't know. I think we're on par for it. I think if we wanted to really go out into the woods and hunt for more, we could find them. But I'm not super worried about it at this point. We killed
Yeah,
two of them
yeah,
and the whole group that they were with both times. So
yeah.
we've made a reputation. Like he said, we should be careful if we're going to be trekking through the woods. Maybe keep an eye out. But once we get
Right,
out of the woods, I don't think we'll really have to worry too much.
right. We'll be on the main trail anyway. So
Exactly.
all right. So you've definitely made some progress towards cleaning up these areas of the riffraff that have been bothering you guys. Of
All
course,
right. So do you open up the bag?
yes. I'll take a look in the bag. But
So there are a couple pair of. There is a pair of boots in the bag.
ooh,
Cool.
boots of elven kind, wondrous item, uncommon. While you wear these boots, your steps make no sound, regardless of the surface you are moving across. You also have advantage on dexterity stealth checks that rely on moving silently. Ooh,
That's awesome.
yeah. So we should probably have Cree hold that, right?
Or wear them. Yeah.
Or wear them.
Somebody
Okay.
should wear them. I
What am I
definitely don't
wearing?
need them for anything special. But heck yeah.
Well, it would make you silent,
Yeah.
which would be a big improvement over everything else.
Oh, it would be a huge improvement over everything else.
So maybe it should be you that does it.
I mean, I can wear them if we want to. I think maybe we just keep them until we need a stealth mission or something. I don't
Okay.
know. Never hurts.
And they're magical in that they can fit on any size foot or whatever.
I would assume they're
That is
wondrous items.
correct.
Okay.
Do they attune to you or no?
So these do not require attunement. So you are correct. You could sort
Awesome.
of
Just
hand
take
them
them off
around,
and pass them
um,
around. Yeah.
throwing them in the inventory. You also
Yeah.
have the dust of disappearance you found. Do you guys? So who is going to be carrying these things?
Which ones? The disappearance?
Boots of Elvenkind and a Dust of Disappearance.
I think the dust of disappearance should be Cree, and I'll carry the boots just for fun.
Sounds good.
Plus, they're in my backpack. Scrambles or tricks, or Cree can get into it easily if need be.
Yeah.
Tie the shoelaces, bring a little loop, hook it up on a little hooky doos, like an REI bag. How are we doing on money? Are we rich yet? Not quite. Inventory.
All right, so you guys eat, enjoy the meal, checking out the boots. He asks you some more questions about the stuff. Just as a reminder, throughout the conversation, he mentions that he's seen more orcs lately,
As opposed to
and that they appear to have been in league with the orcs to southeast, and they're often seen in the company of stick figures that creep about in the woods.
Sounds different.
And you're talking about the scholar who studied the elven ruins scattered throughout the woods. And you guys found, his secret chest, secret room with chests in it, and things that, that immovable rod that you found, and the billowing cloak, things that had nothing to do with the orcs, that had to do with the original owner of the house. So,
Right.
all these things that he's talking about do appear to have been the case.
So again, we're ahead of this. We're ahead of the curve, or we're not. There's still all this other stuff out there. Are we touching the box, or are we not touching the box? That's my question. Are you reaching out and touching?
This is just the things that he had mentioned to you before. Back last time you were there, just reminding you as players, characters, you guys were there 2 days ago, so you remember, or 4 days ago, whatever it was. Just so this is the stuff that happened to get you to go to the Woodland Manse if you wanted to.
Right.
Yeah.
And what his motivation was behind that. All right, so you finish your lunch, everything is done and ready to go. So you guys it is now about, he got back about 12:30. So you started lunch at 1. It's now about 2:30.
Okay. I say we take off. We shake the guy's hand and head back to Fandolin.
Yep. We still haven't reported on that on the massacre there at the ranch. The guy's half brother either.
Yep.
So
Yeah, we gotta let that guy know.
We have some bad news to share there. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here.
All right, so you guys head out, gather your stuff back up in the guest room, and as you're heading downstairs, walking toward the front door, you hear this huge crash, and you run outside and you see this the gate at the edge of the bridge is in shambles, and this huge beast is standing there, having just broken through.
Can't be good.
That is no bueno. Can I tell what type of beast it is? Do you want me to roll for something?
Yeah, give me just a second here. I'm trying adding it to the map.
We got some skills.
Just waiting for Fancy Ground to catch up. All right, that's weird. It said it placed it, but it didn't. Oh, why the hell? He wouldn't be over there. Okay, hold on.
Cute.
Oh,
All right, so
that is sketchy.
this thing is there, but the picture is a little misleading because this thing is the size of an elephant, and lightning is
Goodness,
coming from its tusks.
that's
Ah,
crazy.
And
okay.
this, go ahead and give me religion checks.
Religion. Cool, cool. 14's bigger.
I got a good roll because my religion is garbage.
All right, so you see this thing. Let me
Perfect.
throw you guys onto the map.
Okay. Let's go.
Oh, jeez, that thing is
This
big.
thing is smashed through the front gates, and with your rolls, so you've recognized some of the symbols that's been burned into its hide and things, and
Okay.
this is related to Gorthok. It's related to Talos. Um, so these anchorites that you've been fighting have that you killed were anchorites of Talos. Talos
Okay.
is the deity of thunder and destruction.
Okay.
And you guys have been talking about it during lunch and stuff. There's a circle, thing called a circle of thunder, 10 miles to the east that has to do these, like a Stonehenge type thing,
Right.
um, that the worshippers of Talos use to worship at. Some of the symbols you saw at the manse, and on the two women you killed that turned into boars had to do with
Right.
Talos. So
Okay.
um, you have an idea this is happening because of what happened at the manse. They have come for revenge. Um,
Ah. Something's behind them too.
Mm,
so let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
There's nice guys here. Oh, that works. Okay. Initiative. Are you pushing it or am I over it? Initiative.
You like to roll it, so I'll put it to everybody else.
Okay. I
I don't see what the
will.
difference is between pushing the button in the middle of the screen or finding it on your page and clicking it, but hey, you have said it matters to you, so I will let you roll it.
Yes. Sorry. If you give me one, I'll do it again. See which one's better. Because that kind of sucked.
Hey, Zinu stopped in for a second, just said hi, and then had to go back to work. He said, "Good hunting."
heck yeah,
At
thank
the
you.
hunting lodge, man. That's where it be done.
Yeah, he's. I've said this before as a quick aside. Um, Zinu plays. He streams games. He's a streamer. Zinlu, and he plays games that I would never play. They're just he has one where he's in the Russian. It's a modern game, uh, and you're a Russian. You're in the Russian forest and you're a lumberjack, but you don't ever actually see your person. So it's all about these huge. It's called a mudslinger or something, and these huge vehicles that are trying with these giant tires and stuff that
Right.
are working through this Russian forest, getting through the mud and stuff, and getting to these remote locations to do lumber. And you load up the truck, and then you get to the next location and stuff. Um, and another one he has is called um, Satisfactory. Except factory is like the thing you build with, so it's
Right.
satis and then a
Right.
factory, and it's like Minecraft on steroids. Tremendous graphics, but you go and you find this cache and you build this generator thing to generate and draw minerals from it, and then you set up this railway to bring the minerals back to your base, and then the base transforms these minerals into something else, and then you're building these big things. They're never fighting. There's no creatures anywhere.
Right.
There are some random creatures that wander, but they never fight them. And it's all about building and collecting minerals, materials to
Right.
build more stuff. Uh, but
But
I watch him a lot in the sense because I'll while I'm working and stuff, I'll have his stream playing so I can
right.
hear it and stuff. Because one, and it's mostly just because he has almost like a Barry White type voice, just a really deep voice when he speaks and he talks and he interacts with his stream. Um, and he makes it interesting to watch and see as he's explaining and talking and doing these different things. Um, he has another one where he's in space and all you see is this device he's holding in his hand, and it points it at these derelict spaceships or satellites or space stations, and he's slowly tearing it apart. So taking these things, disconnecting all the different parts to it, pulling it with a zero G, and then pushing it back down, and he's collecting. He's a scrapper, and
Right.
again, graphics are amazing, but it's just hours of him just sitting there working and pulling these things and collecting these things. Stuff I would never play, but watching him is pretty cool. Anyway, so that's Zinlu. Check him out. Uh, this is Gorthok, the Thunder Boar. Check him out. Here we go.
Dun, 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 dun.
We have a horde of orcs as well. You can hear them outside yelling, "For Talos!" Ah! Um,
All right. Well, let's see what we got here. Fey touched. Miscellaneous. If I'm correct, I do not have any wild rages left. Barbarian rages, correct? We have not taken enough of a rest to do that.
that is not correct. Let me fix that if that is the case, because you guys took a long rest. So let me go ahead and I can do that to you right now. Rest. Scrambles, long rest.
Okay, good.
Jacksum, long
Okay.
rest.
Yeah, beautiful.
Tricks, long rest. Cree, long rest. All right. Yes, you guys just took a long rest and then came here.
Right. That's
So
what I was
nothing has
wondering.
happened since then. So everything is back. Everything is good to go. I'm not going to worry about line of sight for this. I because as soon as Cree and Tricks get outside, it's all going to be happening out in this big area. So I'm not
Right.
going to try to cover everything up. Um,
Okay.
for the sake of argument, it would look like that as
Right.
you guys are playing and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave it off. Okay, so we are now at Falcon. So he comes running down the steps. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, if nothing else, this proves you were successful. They definitely didn't like that.
Yeah.
And what does this do? Nice. All right, so he has a really fancy bow, probably the nicest you've ever seen. And he comes out with his arrows in hand, pulls back, and shooting as he's moving.
Nice. A little bit of Renaissance strifing action there.
Yeah.
And both of you go ahead and while he's doing this, give me I'll say either perception. Yeah, give me a perception check for both of you.
In the tower.
No, it's DC 10.
14.
My perception.
Second one was a miss. 3 on the dice wasn't enough. All right.
Perception is trash.
All right. So you realize that not only is he shooting extremely well, looks like walking through you and shooting from behind you doesn't affect him at all. He also does more damage than you expect
A bow and arrow.
Huh.
within his arrow. Looks like he's an exceptional marksman.
Talking about Falcon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have so many windows open. All right. And so Scrambles, your go. I'm going to go ahead and push you a check real quick. Nature, I'm going to say 12. And I'll go ahead and give it to Jack save some time.
Nice.
All right, so both of you passed. So not only is this boar odd in that it's the size of an elephant, um, it's also clearly not natural. So it's not like they took a boar and just made it a giant boar and then a huge boar. This
Right.
thing looks more like a monstrosity and some sort of almost demonic.
Right.
So
Then this with
it's not something you would find in nature typically.
Okay. I'm going to. Where am I? I'm gonna move. Let's go 5, 10,
let's see what I got here.
15,
I got my movement.
20,
30.
25, 30. Yeah, let's go there. And then I'm gonna use my main action to run again. 1, 5, 10, and go 15. There. And my bonus action I'll use to summon my echo. And
All right.
I'm gonna put it just in front. Let's go right under him diagonally.
Is that where you want? Is that where you want?
Yes, perfect. hopefully he's closer to the echo, so he attacks it instead of me. But okay.
So scrambles. We haven't really spoken about it here, but is it are we inclined to like kind of spread things out to draw various ones to various places, or are we more likely to kind of go into a united front and keep together and try to, what I'm saying, like when we were at the farm and stuff like that, we
Sure.
split up hardcore, but that was almost happenstance.
Yeah.
Whereas when we were in with the all the other places have been indoors, so this is the first time we're really outdoors again. And we split up the last time with those ground praying mantis things, whatever they were. So is that kind of our mo? You think, or
I'm not sure. So scrambles for sure is when he does damage assessment, he's looking at the biggest, scariest thing. And because
right,
I tend to be one of the bigger, scarier people in the party, I try to tangle with that stuff,
right,
just to keep it away from people like Kree and the Rat. Not that Kree can't handle himself; he's perfectly adequate at handling himself. But so that's my mindset, at least, or I think that's what scrambles would do. Um, I mean, if you want to jump in, great. If you think, hey, it's more important to tackle the orcs behind him, that is your prerogative. But my mindset is I think Scrambles is built more tanky and tries to get in the way of the big scary stuff to keep it away from people he cares about. So that's my
okay.
at least
So
thought
yeah,
process. Maybe
so
we
what?
should talk about it though. That's definitely in the future. Maybe something we should talk about. Hey, do we deal with the biggest one up front? Do we deal with the one that's closest to us? What do you think is most important? Magic users, kind of thing.
Right.
Because you're right, we've had to deal with this a couple of times, and we've done weird stuff each time.
Yeah, well, and I mean, we're both kind of upfront kind of guys. So I'm wondering we should probably just place a united front in this situation where there's no strategy in terms of like being able to really spread out. We're kind of
I
still
agree.
within a smaller area, and I'm probably going to rage anyway. So we're kind of similar in that respect. So that would make
Exactly.
sense.
You
That's
rage out and charge into things, so I'm
right,
either right behind you or just directly in front of you most of the time, so
right.
we're
Okay.
good to go.
So there's no sneaking around per se. That's left up to Cree
Yeah,
and
and tricks.
Scrambles.
Yeah, tricks
I mean,
and Spree
tricks. Yeah.
can sneak around, but I'm
Right.
far too big to be sneaking anywhere.
All right. I like that.
All right, Jackson, as you go.
All right. I'm gonna rage. I do my barbarian wild surge rage. Now let's see if I can figure out how to do this again. All right, wild rage. This thing here, I think. Table. Yes. Ha! I did it. All right. So I'm gonna roll for the wild magic. Here we go. And we get number 6. 6 says, till your rage ends, you are surrounded by multicolored protective lights. You gain a +1 bonus to AC, and while within 10 feet of you, your allies gain the same bonus.
Awesome.
All right, so make sure you add, first of all, add the rage condition
Rage
to
number
yourself.
6, right down here, right? I do that. The effect, I bring it to me, right? Like that.
I'm talking about your rage up on the top where it says barbarian.
Yeah.
You won't need to put that effect on yourself.
Okay. And that's that effect. Okay. I just put another different effect on me. That do it?
Correct. Yep.
All right.
So that
All
gives
right.
you your
And then,
half damage and all the other stuff. And now for you can
all right. So then I
wild
still,
surge. That would be number 6.
right, drop that on
So
myself now.
that's on your. You need to drag that to yourself. Are you going? And then when you finish moving, put it on anything within 10 feet of you. Because there's no
Right.
point in putting it on Falcon because you're going to move, I presume.
Right. Okay. So I put one too many here. So let me turn this thing off.
So we're going to use your staff of bird calls now that you're raging.
I know, right? And I'm all flowery and shiny. All right. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I am now running up with my battle axe in hand. Not running. I'm moving. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. I guess I'm not seeing any numbers here. Is that approximately where I would be?
You can go one more square forward if you want to go forward.
Yep. There we go.
So drop the effect onto the echo.
Echo. Okay. So I just grab the effect down in the wild surge area or up in the top of the effect.
Yep, in the wild surge area.
Okay.
You're under your rage.
Okay, that worked. Okay. And then let's see, scrambles.
And then for your
All right.
action, what would you like to do?
I am too far away to do anything other than if I were to grab a javelin and poke him.
You have spells.
Ray of Frost. And my one ray of frost. I will do my ray of frost.
You have Chaos Bolt. You have Ray of Frost. You have javelins. You can move again. Lots of choices.
All right, let's see. I haven't used the Chaos Bolt, have I? Let's see what that's about.
Chaos Bolt's
Right
awesome.
now, you can only see one of them, so it doesn't do a whole lot of good to do Chaos Bolt.
Right. I just want to see what it's about here. Spells, Chaos Bolt. Dun, dun, dun. Wow, that's crazy. All right, I'll have to read into that. But I'll do the Ray of Frost right at Gorthok. So let's see how that works again. All right, I have to target. Good. And now we cast and go. Yeah. Oh,
That's awesome.
Solid hit. Solid hit. All right. Then we go to damage. Come on, baby. Come on. That's good. Not too bad. Every damage helps, right? Watch, he dies immediately.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be like the Wizard of Oz. He's just this big little mouse on the ground. He's got a big.
Just 15 goblins with tents, like little sticks.
Exactly.
Sheet rolled down.
Don't look behind the sheets. And that's where I will await my fate here. So I'm moving myself up. I got my great axe in hand. I put my hand out. A little ray of frost comes out, tickles his nether regions, and a little bit of damage.
All right, and Trix.
So Trix is gonna move, hearing all this commotion, everything from outside. He's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 here. And then, am I in range? What is his range on his attack for his psychic? Let me just check real quick. I don't remember if it's 30 or 60. 30. Okay. So then he's just going to move again, 5, 10. And do I have to be adjacent to the monster? I ask this every week. Or is it the player when I do the help action?
The monster. The
Okay.
creature.
Then yeah, I will just sit here. And I don't think I really have anything else. Hide. Yeah, oh, I can hide. I'm going to hide in the corner and try not to get seen. Where's my abilities? Skills. So give it a stealth check. When I do the stealth check for him, do I grab the dice symbol or do I grab the +6 symbol for him?
The stealth, it's the +6. Double click it.
Okay, perfect.
Yep, whatever you just did is correct.
Perfect. So Scrambles runs out and across the battlefield to jump and not Scrambles. Trix runs across the battlefield to assists with scrambles and is now hiding in the corner. Hopefully, the hog didn't see him.
All right, so that leads to Krek. I mean, Kree. Kree's going to move up. He can either do Bless or Bane. He can't do both. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, so he's moving up, and that means he can now bless 3 people. Up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. All right, so he's going to bless Falcon, Scrambles, and Jackson.
That's a good choice.
Bless. Scramble.
Can the bless work on an echo, you think, or not? Is there
Yes, it
consensus
would.
on that? But when he dies, it would be gone then.
Yeah.
Correct.
And it's kind of a waste. I threw the echo out there just to kind of get in the way, hopefully. Hopefully he doesn't have like a big ranged attack and he just wastes his whole turn fighting my echo. That would be my hopes.
But I meant if the echo dies from and whatever, then whatever spells were on it when you recast it,
Yeah.
it will not be there again.
Negative. You are correct.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he would lose whatever abilities you gave it with him when he died. I'd have to recast him as a bonus action.
Got it.
All right, so you see he attacks with his hooves and his tusks. All right, and so with a slam, you see he rears up a little bit. He's a boar, so it's just not that high, but still he is able to knock down the echo, and you see as he as his hooves are striking the ground, there's shock waves of thunder coming out, sound and stuff, and the echo goes down.
That is awesome. So glad it wasn't me.
We're going to switch places right now.
Teleport.
The perfect time.
And then it's going to move up 10 feet. Actually, yeah, it's going to move up. All right, so top of the round, 2, Falcon.
Come on, train, please.
So he's going to move over a little bit as these 2 arrows come flying out.
Wow, that was crazy. All right.
And same as last time, a 2 on the dice. So one arrow sinks in, the other one hits it, but doesn't find purchase enough to really do any damage to him.
Okay, cool.
All right, so that brings us back to Kree. He's going to move up and attack as well.
Was there enough time for his effect to get on before you rolled? That what the +1's about?
No, he has a magic battle axe. But you can go ahead and add the armor class bonus, if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I already did. I'm just wondering
Okay.
if it.
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
affect his attack. It's if he gets attacked by the boar. All right,
Okay.
so his axe sinks into it. His claw just sort of scrapes against his skin. Some of the hairs come off. Trix is next.
All right. He is going to do some a little bit of
I think.
moving. Let's go here.
Okay, here we go.
He'll move up one, right there, right here, and right there. And then he will use his main action. Now, can I use a main action to do a bonus action, or just a bonus action on a bonus action? So, for example, what I want to do is I want to help and then run away, but I don't know if I can do that. Can I use dodge action as because I think dodge is a bonus action, right?
So you can do. So Dodge is standing there, um, dodging and weaving so he doesn't hit you. Disadvantage to hit you if you think he's going to be attacked.
Oh, okay. What does cunning action do?
Cunning action allows you to do either a dash action or a hide action as your bonus action.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will run and I'll just help out. So I will help scrambles. Where's my
So
help?
that's your bonus action, so he can still attack with his attack if you want.
Yeah, with this mental attack. And we'll definitely do that. So where's my help? Effect. Place that on scrambles. Okay, what the other is helped. Okay, good. And then attack. Thunderbore.
That's good.
Alright. He fails, so he takes damage. Damage.
So thumbs down means that means that he's starting to take.
Means he failed. 'cause
He
he
failed
sucks.
his saving throw.
He sucks. So he took a whole 9 damage, actually. That's not bad.
That's nice.
It's pretty good.
Nice.
He's too big to be pushed around, I think. So just the 9 damage. And that'll do it for him.
They're just coming out of the woodwork, aren't they?
All right, so now Gorthok gets to go. He's got Scrambles and Jackson. So I'm going to say, and Cree. So I'm going to say 1 to 5 is Scrambles, 10 is Jackson, 12 is Cree. All right, so he's attacking Jackson. And let's see if we can do the Thunder Hose for the same one. He's not. All right, so his hooves are going to go to Scrambles. So starting with the tusks. So you resist some of the actual tusk slashing damage, but the lightning electricity just burns through and sizzles your hair, um, and so you take a total of 17. You would have taken 24, and now it's hooves attack Scrambles.
Okay. Was that a nat 20? Or
No,
dirty
it's a
20?
dirty 20.
Okay, good.
Wow, he rolled really well. You take 25 points of damage as it,
Jeez.
again, the sound is just reverberating around you as every step he takes reverberates with this thunder. All right, so
Scrambles. I'm going to attack him. I'm already there. And I am blessed because of, well, not blessed, but I am blessed. I'm blessed and I'm helped. I don't know how that pans out, but
I'm not pointing to that.
27. Heck yeah, let's do some damage.
Yeah. Nice. 14. Good damage.
And then I am going to manifest my fighter. And I'm going to manifest it. Actually, I'm going to move and then manifest it. So I'm going to move here next to Jackson and then manifest it where I was.
All right, so Jackson, we want to throw the effect on him.
Yes. Effect. That work? And of course, those guys.
That's the wrong one, so you need to down below with the rage.
Okay, so how do I get that off again? Off of Cree. So take that one off of him. Put on the
No, the
actual
one you had on Cree is correct. The one you have on Scrambles, you just put
all
on
right.
him.
Sorry. All right, give me a second there. Cree again. Oops, don't do that. Stop. There, let's wait hell on here. All right, one more time. There we go, and there we go. There. All right. All right.
Perfect. All right, so Scrambles, you moved, you attacked. Are you going to do your second wind or your action surge or any of that?
No, I'm going to hold on to that for now. And just kind of see what happens.
All right, Jackson, you go.
All right. I'm taking a massive swing with my great axe at the Thunderball. There we go. Nothing special involved with that. There we go. Miss. Ah. Alrighty. I can move on. That is all I will do. What's up, dude?
All right, top of round 3, Tricks. This thing comes running up to you. Think about what you're going to do. I'll be right back in a second.
Holy crap, that was loud.
All right, so what's he doing?
So Trix is going to attack. No. Yeah, I'm going to use the dodge action to run away. So I'm going to run backwards. 5. And then 10. And just move to there. Because I don't want to be in his face whatsoever. As my bonus action, I'm going to use help again on Scrambles. To try and keep him from dying.
All right, and so Kree goes. My player map is showing the orcs doing all kind of weird movement. It's weird. There we go. All right. So he's here. He's got some spells, but I think he's gonna wait. So he's just gonna wail at this thing again. As his axe slashes into it. And then his claw misses. So this thing is bleeding. It is looking hurt.
Maybe though.
As this other orc moves up and tries to attack the echo. And misses.
Awesome.
Scrambles.
Scrambles is gonna try to pull a Hail Mary here. We're gonna hit him with everything we have this turn. So Scrambles is gonna attack him. see. There we are.
Good solid hit.
Do some
Dropped
damage.
to 5, so good thing.
Nice.
You were helping.
Heck yeah.
And that is enough to drop this as it shakes and actually let me take a look. So you see your hit strikes this thing and it sort of wobbles for a bit, shakes its head, and it's still standing.
Okay. Then I'm going to use my Fighter Unleash Incarnation and have my Echo hit it. My Echo will attack it rough. Echo will hit it. Perfect.
All right, so it was 15, and you did 11. That's a total of 26. All right, so that is enough to take this thing out. So it has something similar. So a half orc, when it dies, the first time it gets hit, it comes back for 1 hit point.
Sure.
This thing has something similar to where you had to do at least 25 points of damage to it. Otherwise, it was relentless and would keep going.
Oh, jeez.
So if it took 25 or less points of damage that would reduce it to 0 hit point, it's reduced to 1 hit point instead.
Well,
But
that's
you
good.
did enough to do it, to take it down. So it is gone as this thing crashes to the ground and slowly starts to dissipate. I'm going to say this area is
Difficult terrains.
difficult terrain for a little while at least, as you're going to have to try to crawl over this thing or around it or shoot through it, whatever.
Okay.
All right, so that was scrambles. Are you moving or anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to actually no, because when I'm near Jackson, I'm all shiny and glittery. So I will hang out where I'm at. What else can I do as a bonus action? Let me take a look. Nothing fancy, so I'll just hang out.
All right, Jackson.
So can I move through the square like this and go to get to here?
Well, I can't see what you're doing, but so you have 2 ways. You can either use this would be 10 feet, 20 feet, 25, or
Okay, that's fine.
you can go 5, 10, 15.
Okay. In the same spot. That's where I'm moving to, and I am striking at Mr. Shrunken right knee. Where are we here? Okay. Hit. Yes. Awesome. Finally. And 7. Heavy damage.
Nice. So your great axe sinks into this thing, slices through it as you move up. So this one's going to run up. And he's going to try to attack you.
Yay.
17 is enough to hit. He would have done 14 damage, but instead only does 7.
That's good.
All right, and now the hunter.
It's your
He's
super cool rage.
shifts over a little bit. 2 arrows go flying out.
Falcon the Hunter.
drops that one as the arrow goes flying and slams right into the middle of his forehead. Goes
Nice.
most of the way through and out the back.
Wow.
And he's with this huge longbow. It's only 30 feet away.
It's crazy.
And he takes a couple more steps forward. Ooh, a crit. This is going to be nice as he does some crap rolls. Only does 12 damage. His non-crit did 13, and his critical did 12. Go figure. All right, so this thing slams, the arrow slams into his shoulder, and he rocks back, but it doesn't take him down. As the brainless, repugnant lisp comes in. And he's going to throw a javelino at Jackson with at a minus because of the giant boar. And that is a miss. All right,
Nice.
so the shrunken right knee is right there. He's going to swing at Jackson, who hit him. As your sword goes into him, he follows up with his axe. 19 on the dice.
Yikes.
Slams into you with 3 points of damage. Could have been a lot worse. And
I'm in sad shape, aren't I?
last orc from outside comes running through. Top of the next round. Jackson, your go. Down exactly half.
Yep.
The
Hold
big
on,
bad
straight.
guy is gone, and just got a handful of orcs left.
All right. Well, I'm already pointing at the shrunken knee, shrunken right knee, so I will swing at him again. There you go. Come on, big guy, come on. Yeah. Hit. Oh. There we go. I can do damage. I can do damage.
All right, so exceeded his hit points by 11.
It's literally overkill.
As this thing moves up, take its place. Comes running around, mostly decomposing body. Attacks you with his axe. 1 on the dice. Tricks.
Okay. So Trix is going to move. Let's go 5, 10, 15. Now, I know his dead body is there. Can Trix end on his dead body or no?
Oh yes. Yep. You can climb over it and through it and stuff. It's disappearing. I mean, it's fading
It's
and
fizzling.
like
Okay.
embers and smoke is hissing.
That's 10.
So
So instead of going 10, so go 5, I'll go diagonal down to the 20 instead of using all this unneeded space.
all right, so try again.
Yep. And then 5, 10 be here.
Okay.
And then this would be 15, 20 to put me here, correct? because it's difficult terrain there.
Correct.
Perfect. So I will move over to there. I will use my bonus action to help Jackson. Let's go with, where's my help? I will help Jackson. And then I will cast on, I'm going to use a mental attack against Brainless. See if he fails or he saves. He's successful, so nothing happens. But it was worth a shot.
He's brainless.
He's not that brainless.
So Lisp is still alive, huh?
All right, so that was Tricks, and now it is
I think
Minuscule
oh,
Lavender Bristles, and he runs up and attacks the Echo, who's even more convincing because his dead friend is sitting there in front of him. 17 is enough. It takes out the Echo.
Awesome.
And 15. And then he's going to move around the corner up to Scrambles. And it is the Falcon's turn. First shot is a hit. 13 damage takes him out as he goes running up to Scrambles and then falls to his face, slides in the dirt a little bit. Scrambles' feet.
Epic.
What just happened? Oh, he hit the other one. No? What's going on? Okay. Chopped bristles as opposed to minuscule lavender bristles. Okay. That's why I was confused. Alright, so now he's shooting at minuscule lavender bristles. With his second shot. Boy, he seems consistent. One hit, one miss. One hit, one miss. And so does the second one that misses. Alright, Scrambles. So I was incorrect. The other one died. This one is still alive. So there are two
Okay.
left.
So Minuscule Lavender is alive.
Correct.
Okay. Scrambles is going to he's going to attack Minuscule Lavender Bristles. All right. It'll help with that blessed. I appreciate that, Cree. Where's Cree? Oh, yeah. Did some serious damage.
Nice. 17 damage. One shot.
Sink
He
the
had
axe
16 hit points, so it exceeded by 1.
in. All right. And then I'm going to, as a bonus action, summon my manifesto. It has to be within 35, 10, 15 diagonally, 20. I could get him behind. Yeah, exactly. Throw him there. And then what I'll do is for our second time in the day, this is a pretty big battle for me. So we will use Unleash Carnation and attack with him and hopefully kill off this orc. Let's
It's a
see.
+1 hit.
Yeah, because he's flanking. Gosh.
Boom, 25.
Let's hurt him. Let's hurt him bad. 3's not dead.
And that was
But
enough.
9 is.
Boom.
9
is. Oh, yes. Geez.
That is exactly what he needed. He had 9 hit points. And 9 takes him out.
Heck yeah.
And as this thing fades away, so Falcon comes up and said, "Why, I've never seen anything like that. That magical aura providing you for your protection, and this duplicating yourself like that. You truly are quite the heroes. I wasn't sure how truthful you were being, but it's clear now that you know what you're doing. Thank you for your protection and for your help. We'll
Heck
start to
yeah.
work on these gates right away, but I think the worst of it is over now."
That boar was definitely providing some support, some encouragement to the orcs. So
dun, 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 get some decent, the highest experience you've earned, even with the subtraction for the help from Falcon. You still one fight, got 2,400 experience,
That's
600
awesome.
each. That boar was no joke. The damage he was putting out, you guys just took him out pretty quick, and you needed
Oh,
to.
he did 25 in one shot to me. He didn't hit me with both attacks. So
Yeah,
right.
he did.
Yeah.
I think it was 2d6, 46 and with one attack, and 48 with another attack,
Yeah.
plus whatever bonuses
Crazy.
he got. Thunder and lightning. So he was not messing around, but you guys were able to take him out. So scrambles just before the adrenaline rush of the fight fades. Do you want to go ahead and use your second wind?
yes, please. If I can, that would be perfect.
What do I have? I don't have anything myself. I have a
It's a
potion of healing.
1d10. Where's
Yeah.
awesome? I rolled a d10. That's the best I could have
Nice.
done. That's awesome.
Really nice.
Nice. I have a potion of healing. I'm going to just have it in my pocket, ready to go. As we venture on.
All right. Yep. So typically most potions are kept right there in your pouch, so makes it easy to access and find later on.
Right. Well, I'm purposefully having it at the ready in case something goes down. I can quickly take it to heal myself. Otherwise, I'll hang on to it for now.
Okay.
That's the intention. So I have nothing else to heal myself with at this point in time.
All right. So
Ank will probably be okay. I don't think they have another big attack set up right outside the walls or anything. So I think they probably put their best foot forward with this giant boar thing and quickly
Right.
realized we weren't to be trifled with.
I agree. I think we have our ways to go to get home though still too.
Yes,
So
no,
that's why I'm
definitely.
thinking.
all right. So speaking of witches, did you want to head out or sleep here? It is, as I mentioned earlier, it is 3.
2 or 3. I say we head out,
All right.
take off, and
I want to camp a little bit earlier though, like after
yeah,
sunset, whatever, so I can get some full rest.
heck yeah.
Yeah, so it's about 3 o'clock by the time you guys finish straightening up. So you're now heading back toward Fandolin, correct?
Yes.
That's correct. Yeah.
So in this particular case, your speed is going to be a little bit faster
Okay.
as you guys leave, and as you
Now the big giant magical boar, is that like disappearing into the ground, or is it still like a big
yes,
giant magical boar?
nope, it's gone. It's pretty
Okay.
much
There's nothing that cut
phased
off of
out.
it or anything
There's a
like that.
small. There's now a regular boar dead where in its spot.
Okay. Then yeah, we're good then.
They use some sort of magical thing to transform it into this giant Talos-driven creature.
So it's likely then that there's still another one of those mages out there then. If we got two of them and there's still one out there somewhere, I'm just trying to think ahead of time.
No, I think you're right. And the reason I would say that is because
It came from a
there
different
wasn't any
direction.
mages in this fight. There was no mages in this fight besides the big giant boar. Maybe that was the mage. I don't know, but there were no mages involved in this one. So
Right. The boar can't be the mage if it's being hexed by
that's true.
power. So I think because it's coming from that direction, I don't think that. I think there's still one more out there somewhere, but it's off to the east. We should definitely not go the river route.
No, yeah. Go right back to the main road.
Yep.
So you do know that every time you've killed one of these anchorites, they have reverted to their human form, regardless of what form they were in at the time.
Right.
So you're pretty sure that this boar right here is not an anchorite.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Probably just a boar that was enchanted by an anchorite.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I think it's quite possible that there's another anchorite out there to the east. If we were to continue that way, we might encounter that. Because again, all the orcs came from this side too, so I see that as being a problematic area to go.
Yeah.
all right, so since I can't do it this way, I'm going to have to go to plan B. As you guys are finishing up again, you're also clean up and help with the bodies and stuff. You see this woman walking across the bridge,
I don't trust her.
coming into the thing. She's looks a little odd in that. Let me see. Come on,
She's probably
share
a witch burner.
to Ron. Send. So I can't find where I found this picture, so I'm sending it to you via text, and then I'll show it to the camera for those watching. So she's carrying this long thing, looks like a mix between a staff and a spear.
Okay.
Micah. Go ahead and give me, now push this, there we go, 10. And that. Boom.
Huh. That's a weird look.
Alright, so you should have a couple rolls in front of you, Micah.
I do.
All
Really
right,
good.
so
Wow.
Tiefling, which is what Jackson is, were have blood mixed with the demons,
Ooh.
and there are also things called Asimars, where they are. It's not working.
I just did it too.
Yeah, Micah's looked a lot better. I was trying to see
Yeah.
if I could get it to work better. Um, I may just have to email it to myself or something to get it to work on my computer. Anyway,
You make it happier.
you also know that there are creatures that are descended from
Ring-
jinns, genies,
Right.
and they've taken on elemental forms. They're called genasi, Genasi, genasi. So there's earth genasi, fire, wind, and air genasi. Um, and so as they can usually control that element to some small extent, um, and but they're humanoid and everything else, and they look like things. So as this woman walks over the bridge and enters, sort of steps over the broken pieces of wood and is looking around at the destruction. Um, she sees Scrambles and jacks him, and sort of spins the spear thing, puts it over her two shoulders, and puts her arms over it, and says, "Well, well, lad, looks like Sildar was right. Looks like you could use a hand." And that is where we will leave it for tonight.
Alrighty
You
then.
guys, Sildar is the guy you know from Phandalin. He's the one that puts up the boards, the message boards and stuff
Right. Yep.
each day. So that is where we'll pick it up. Thank you guys for joining me. Stream. Mantha, hey.
Hey, Mantha.
Um,
Hello.
so no bacon. They are, yes, they're definitely going to be bacon tomorrow. Absolutely. Zinlu's stopped back in saying hi. Uh, and Mantha's here as well. Um, so yes, next week we will have more information on this odd female Earth Genasi. Um, and the lads will be heading back to Phandalin. Finally, maybe. They've been heading back to Phandalin for about 9 sessions now.
Yeah. And we're just getting farther and farther away.
That's correct. As these different things have been progressing, but they're now getting closer and closer to leveling up again.
Heck
Um,
yeah.
Nice.
I actually don't have the correct version on there. So right now they're sitting at 3,700 experience, and
Yo.
according to the handy dandy little cheat sheet I have, they need 6,500. So I'll switch that later to get up to the next level. So just a step away, as the
Nice.
song goes. Um, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for saying hi. This is glad you got to say hi before you all stopped. Hope you had fun. And Amanda says you keep finding side quests. Yes, they keep making their own side quests, um, like following goblins and stuff. But that's a great thing. It's a whole nice thing about this type of stuff. Is why not? It's not
Heck
like
yeah.
Casual.
uh, I'm trying not to railroad them, trying not to make them do what I think they should be doing. And so if they want to wander off, like I said, they could have just decided, oh, we're going to go to Baldur's Gate tomorrow and just start working their way up to Baldur's Gate and totally leave this whole adventure, the whole campaign, and that's perfectly fine.
A
So
little tear will fall down his eyes for all the hours he's put in making maps.
yes, I've had the deal with the woman, the potion maker, has been ready since the very first time we played because that was one of the two choices they could have done. I've had to change it like 5 times now because you guys, you level up and stuff. You're not gonna have the same thing.
I think it's your fault for phrasing it that way. We had to go and talk to her and convince her to
Yes,
do
your
stuff.
logic was sound. I'll give you that. Your choice was either go make $100 doing this, talking to some dwarves,
Yeah,
or trying to
convince a
convince a
woman to
woman
change her
to do something
mind.
she didn't want to do
Yeah,
Exactly.
for $5.
yeah, and
So,
she's a magic user, so she's smarter
Yeah.
than us. No names. Can have a
so absolutely. But hey, guys, we've had fun. I enjoyed it. I'll see you all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. 10 o'clock Pacific time. And, like, subscribe, follow me on the socials, all that happiness. Whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day. Let me leave you guys with one final quote before we sign off. Have a good one, guys.
Later, G.
Later.